guys, it's Savannah again. So I'm here to review a coffee that I just came across. My friend Benton, who I just met and went up to Sonoma last weekend. YeeHaw Coffee. Oh my god, I love this. On the back, it says coffee for the rustically refined. I love that. It kind of makes you think a little bit. I know a lot of those types of people out there. And there's horses on the bags, and I'm a big sucker for horses. So, anyways, adorable packaging. This is a 12-ounce bag. And this is his general store blend. So his notes are cocoa, cream, and classic, which sounds very approachable. From Sonoma, California, 12 ounces, 340 grams. We like to put both on the bags just to confuse everybody all the time. And then whole bean blend. So I like whole bean. Obviously, that's going to be fresher and better to utilize at home for different brewing methods. And when he says blend, I'm going to assume that it's maybe more than one coffee from one place. Sometimes people just say that because that's what they mean when they say coffee. It's a blend. So today, I'm going to do something different. I have these really pretty glasses I've been wanting to use for a while. I have taken... Here is my recipe. I don't know if it'll focus on this here, but it's ice style Kyoto, like a just iced pour over basically, or flash brew if you're doing this like in a batch size in a cafe, but you can do it as an individual cup if you want like iced coffee and you don't want an espresso based beverage. So I'm using a 1:14 ratio for every 1 gram of coffee I use 14 grams of water essentially. I'm going to use 200 of that, though I'm splitting my water, and 200 of those grams is in my ice. 200 of my grams will be in my water that I brew, regular hot, right, correct temperature water. And I'm going to use 30 grams of coffee. So I have ground for this brewing method and pre-weighed and ground this out already to speed things up for you. I like to get it in there, get it kind of flattened out, tear out everything, make sure that you have your timer going, get that started, and then you know what, man, get that bloom on there. I still think a bloom is important because it's going to allow the coffee to oxidize all that excessive CO2 that we don't really want maybe in our flavor. It actually allows the cell walls to expand so that when you flood them with lots of water, they can really extract a little more thoroughly. And the bubbles are CO2. There's a real big one on this one. I wish you guys could see it. And that's just showing me that it's fresh. I do about 50 grams on my bloom, and in about like 45 seconds or so, I continue doing my pouring. So, you know, the thing about pour overs, there's a lot of ways to do them. This is just the way that I do them. When you do the harder, you're supposed to go with the flow. I do notice a difference when I don't go with it. It's not as good. And what I'm trying to do is like more consistent agitation, maybe less aggressive, smaller amounts of water, but like definitely more frequent. The more frequent you can be kind of agitating, the better. And I know that I'm done here and I'm not adding any more when I get to 200 grams of water because I've got ice in my cup. And I do this like swirl, like a racetrack or like a whirlpool, outside to the inside. I used to do the reverse of that and I didn't make as good of pour overs for whatever reason. So I do it this way now. And sometimes at the very end, if I need to do a little bit of bypass and just kind of throw some more water through there, or if I need to stop early, I do. That's like intuition. You figure that out over time. I still have some liquid in here, and this cup's kind of full, so I may pull this just a scooch early. Notice I didn't do any special sort of like agitation or distribution with some sort of a tool. Sometimes I do that. It depends what I'm trying to do, but this is like an ice beverage, so I don't care as much about that. In an attempt to not overflow the cup. Plus that last end stuff is a little extra bitter sometimes, so we're just gonna go put that right there and we can be done with it. Now, I haven't had this iced. I've had it hot. It was very delicious. This is toffee, like bourbony toffee kind of thing. It's not a bourbon aged or anything like that coffee. Raisin, cola. It's really different when it's cold than when it's hot. And that's because you're extracting different things at different temperatures and you're going to get different results. So some people can really take cold coffee where they can't take hot coffee and vice versa. It really does depend. Like if cold brew, there's a lot of really sour cold brew, and then there's some stuff that's really dark, and it's the same thing with hot brew. So you just got to find what you love. But shout out to Benton. I loved your coffee. Thank you so much for sharing it with me, and I look forward to doing another review. I'm going to go up next week to Pulley Collective and meet some people there and see if I can find some more reviews to do. So anyways, hope you guys are having a killer week. I look forward to seeing you soon.